Hello, hello, hello. Oh, this is a good group, good crowd. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. Oh, somebody
Thank you.
said
Fabulous.
yay. Oh, we got Diana in the house. Let's see. Michael, Ben.
Yeah.
Nice. Troy.
I cannot feed my family on a promise.
Awesome. All right.
Now you do have an agent. Somebody can give me a letter saying that you have a steady income.
Somebody's got their
When I
something
get a letter
going
like
on.
you're in luck.
Let me see.
Downstairs there is a modeling agency. You go down there and check in.
Is it you? I'm just gonna mute people. There we go. I think it was you, Frederick. Steven, yay! Awesome. Good group. All right. So any of you guys catch Frederick? He unmuted himself again. All right. Any of you guys catch the OpenAI dev conference yesterday? Anything about do you guys know what OpenAI is? First off, did any of you guys catch that yesterday?
It was epic.
Yeah. So OpenAI is the company behind ChatGPT, and they had a dev conference yesterday. And I'm gonna share some of the best things that I found about it. And you other people who have been on it, share your most wonderful takeaways. And then I want to get into some AI tips and tricks that you guys can start using today to help you just make money, making a lot of money. And again, of course, it's going to be around audio. But before I do that, I have a big announcement. I'm going to put my back to speaker view. We did a new release today. I'm going to share it with you guys. So let me pull up. This is something a lot of you guys have asked.
I don't have any of those.
Now you don't have pictures. You're not going to get work without pictures.
I don't know why Frederick keeps unmuting himself. Let me see if I can.
Come do me a favor.
What?
I'm trying.
I might have to kick him out. Okay, Frederick, you keep interrupting. All right, Hero, we added something new. So if you go down into settings and you go up here to email, you can connect your own email. You can connect your own email, either a SendGrid email. If you have Gmail, you can connect with Gmail, or you can do an SMTP details. And what this will do is all the emails that come out of Hero to your listeners will be from your email address, not from our email address. So it's going towards all that self-branding, all of that wonderful stuff. And we will give you a few weeks to get this set up, but eventually you are going to have your own email in there, because it'll just help you with your customer client relationships, everything, knowing what's going on, if somebody got their email, all those things, you can figure it out. So that just released today. Super pumped about that. That was a big thing that we were pushing for. So once you set up a default email, all the emails from the system will come from that default email address. Any questions about that? Comments, questions, anything? So yay, that's great. Somebody said. So, all right. I'm going to jump over here. As always, I'm going to hide these. I'm going to take some notes, and I'll give you a copy of these notes when we're done. And anything that gets shared here, any comments people have, I will put them in this document so you get everything. And I got to change. I'm going to do AI tools that will make you rich. All right. First off, yesterday, OpenAI had a conference, and they were sharing some new things that they're going to release. I don't have access to all this new stuff. Some of it's kind of crunchy, nerdy for developers, but there is one thing I want to share with you that I think you guys should consider if you have any sort of audio product, especially if you have an audio book. So if you're doing an audio book, you can make your own GPT, your own little chat guy. So you can train it on your book. You can train it on all your Zoom calls, on all your YouTube videos, on everything you have. And then you can give people who get your book access to the GTP. It can be like a bonus. So you write your book or whatever audio little product you're going to create, and you go into ChatGPT, and there's no coding involved. You just upload documents. You put in links to YouTube videos. That's it. Anybody can do this, but you train that little bot, and then you'll have your own little link for that bot. I think you can even like give it a face and everything, or a little icon. But you train it, you brand it, and then you give people access to it. You can put like a QR code in your book that links to that bot. You can even charge for access to that bot. So what OpenAI is going to do is they're going to start their own little GPT store. So you can buy access to other people's bots. And I don't know how it's going to work. Yeah, in Marketplace. That's what it was. Thank you. And so they're going to sell and you get a percentage, much like the Apple App Store, where you put an app up there, they sell it, and you get a payment from Apple like 6 weeks later. Yeah, it reminded me of that too. So he says when Apple App Store launched, it reminded him. It is much like that. So no deets on when it's going to be available. It sounded like they were going to vet the GPTs that are created. But the nice thing about this versus the App Store, you had to be a programmer. You had to have some funding to get an app out on the App Store for the most part. Like, it wasn't easy. This, you just have to have a clever idea on how you're going to train that bot. So if you have your own system, your own process, what's anything like that, this could be a nice bonus for your book. It can be a support bot for your business, all sorts of things. Yeah, you need specialized knowledge or expertise. So why am I sharing that? One, you do need to have a paid account with OpenAI to get access to the GPT builder. So if you don't have a paid account with OpenAI, then look into getting it. I think it's like $20 a month. And secondly, I'm sure YouTube is going to be flooded with videos on how to make these. But I also, as soon as I can get my hands on it, I'll be doing a little workshop helping people make their GPTs. So we can make them together. We can answer questions together, all those things. All right. So big announcement. Any other things from the OpenAI announcements yesterday that anybody thinks should be shared? Yeah, integration of DALL-E and other Whisper. So these are other AI platforms that are automatically integrated into the GPT. So Whisper will take audio, transform it into text. It's what we use to transcribe all your audios. When you upload them to Hero, we use Whisper to transcribe it into text. And you can even do little GPTs that you talk to, people talk to. So yesterday in the demo, they did a little conversation with the GPT, and they said, hey, pick a random 5 people out of the audience here and give them $500 credit towards their account. And boom, 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 boom. Picked 5 random people out of the audience, gave them $500 credit. And then at the end of his presentation, he's like, just give everybody credit. And you can see it on the screen where they were giving the credit. So that could have been pre-built just for effect. Could have been actually the GPT showing I'm giving everybody credit. But I think what'll be really fascinating is when we mastermind on this stuff and we help each other come up with really brilliant ideas like that. You could gamify things, so many crazy things. Like you could train your bot on your book or your knowledge, and then have the bot like give them prizes when they interact with the bot more and more. So it gets a little bit more addicting and stuff like that. So lots of fun stuff there. Lots of fun stuff. I'm super pumped about that.
Can I add just one other thing?
Oh, please do.
Okay, one of the most significant things that came out of that is that before you used to have to know prompting. Now with all that being combined, prompting becomes much easier. So you can have a conversation with AI, and it pretty much prompts itself. So what made it really significant is that the AI, OpenAI just gave bots to the masses. Before you used to have to be a programmer to make these bots, but now it's open up to the masses because now you can just talk to the AI and it pretty much do the programming for you.
Yep.
So it was revolutionary, very revolutionary, and actually I had asked for a refund at AppSumo for my chat boxes because I don't need them anymore.
Yeah, I've seen some of that controversy where will these chat softwares now be no longer needed, which I think is going to be the case. You know, I really do. They'll have to find an angle to stay relevant because you can completely train it on your own, do everything on your own without paying them. Yeah, very good input. Yeah, very smart. So more conversational AI. Any other things? Anybody else? Because if this is your first time, by the way, this is more of an open conversation, a dialogue. It's not so much me talking to you, it's us engaging in dialogue. So anything anybody else wants to say? Blama says, OpenAI will continue to iterate and create custom bots so we can drop a lot of these wrapper SaaS tools. Yes. And what he means by these wrapper SaaS tools, like, I don't know if you know, Jasper is a wrapper. So basically they're using all these other tools and they have a nice UI around it. I'm actually building out a wrapper right now because I want to train all the bots and all the different parts of making a book. So the wrapper is just specifically designed to making books. How to write it, market it, get onto Amazon bestsellers, all those. And I'm just going to train it on that. All right. Any other ideas? Any other comments, questions? You can put it in the chat. You can, why are you becoming a rapper? Jenny just joined. We're talking about wrappers around AI products. So I'm going to create an AI product and it's going to have a wrapper around it, but I'm going to program it on how to make books. Hopefully it's something I've wanted out for a while, so you don't have to jump from this tool to that tool to that tool. It's like all in there and it's programmed in a certain way. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get it all done and then OpenAI just launches something. All right, I'm going to move on to the next tool, which I've been using, which is called TimeBolt. Have any of you guys came across this tool called TimeBolt? So this is really good if you're doing any, and let me put the full URL. It is timebolt.io. Okay, so TimeBolt is really good at editing audios and videos fast. Now we've seen a lot of these. I like it specifically. I've been using it for a couple of days and I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to share my TimeBolt. Maybe here it is. All right. Okay. So I've been using it for the last few days, helping a gentleman with his audiobook. So what I do is I plop in his MP3 and what TimeBolt will do is automatically detect where he fumbled, repeated things, where there's too much breaks in between, and you can turn on and off chunks. So it'll chunk it up and it'll automatically turn off certain chunks that it thinks aren't really that good. So let's take a look at this or listen to this.
Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life. The whole aim and happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life.
So you see how he messed up on that first one. So I can just shut that off and keep going. And you can see it's got a little chunk here, and notice there's a big space there. Well, I want to pause. I want some breathing room there. So I uncheck that. But here he messed up again.
Are we going to choose happiness?
Let me do that.
Are we going to choose happiness, or are we going to choose happiness, or
So uncheck that. And what it does is all you have to do is click and unclick these little sections, and you can edit your audio so much quicker. It does way more than that. I only got it to do the audios, but it will do transitions. Let me see if I can show you. I haven't really done anything with videos, but let me pull up. Their website's terrible, by the way. But it will also help you edit videos. If you have videos or Twitch or Zoom, I'm going to edit this Zoom call afterwards, and it'll export to all the different platforms you want to export to. But it does like transitions and stock image overlay. It'll transcribe all the text, so you can just go through. So you can see where she's just cutting out different parts of her video. It'll put the text over. It'll punch. Oh yeah, it zooms in if you want to zoom in on certain things. It'll if there is a point where somebody's like writing on the board or something like that, it can go double speed just for that, where there's silence in the audio for the video. So let's say the video, there's a little bit, see, she's not talking there, so they went a little fast to make it speed up. So it's a really good tool if you're working with audios and videos. And I think the pricing's super cheap. It's a one-time, yeah, $97 a year. So it's not that expensive to get it and use it. I absolutely love it. So wanted to share that with you because that was a really, really super powerful tool. There goes my little video thingy. All right. And I'm just going to go desktop. AnyDuration? I think so. I think it is AnyDuration. I have only been using it for like 20-minute audios at most. So I don't know. I'm guessing it'll go, I don't know how long, like you're doing more than 3 hours. You're pretty, that's longer than, what was that movie with the people that lived on the sea and the space age? That's such a bad description. What was that movie? Aviator. There we go. 9-hour conferences. Oh my goodness. All right. Hello. That's a big video. I don't know. I would try it. Let me know. But that would be like a really, you still have to go through the whole thing. And like, I can't just plop in the audios and then export it and think it's good, because it's going to take out spaces where I kind of want to pause and things like that. So you still have to listen to it. I just listen to it at 1.5 speed or 2 times speed. So I can get it done faster. All right. The next one that I love is Poe.com. Has anybody used Poe? No. Oh my goodness. So Poe.com is really good. Let me just log in real quick. And basically what Poe does is it's going to use all sorts of different models for any chat. So when you go into ChatGPT, you can use like the 4, which is the latest, but in Poe, you can use other different models. So you can get different results if you go without having to jump from different windows, and you can compare those. So you can even select a couple of different options and see what the results would be, which I quite like that. It gives you a lot of different variety. All right. Then the next one's a little bit geekier. Have any of you guys used ZimWriter? No, I'm getting all these no's. Have any of you guys used any AI? ChatGPT and I'm not going to get into the usuals. ChatGPT and Midjourney. Those two are ones that I use. Only the AI and Hero. I love it. So ZimWriter is a little nerdy. It's more for like if you want to get good SEO with your website. So, oh, I should put another one on there that I've been playing with. I have to find out what it is. So basically what it'll do, and I'm not going to do a demo because it'll take a while, but ZimWriter, you give it your website, it'll check what your SEO is, and it will write and pump out blog posts, SEO friendly blog posts like nobody's business. Steve was one of the first adapters. Do you still use it, Stephen? Because he's like early to the game. Yeah, it can pump out, and you can connect your WordPress site to it and it'll just like pump out SEO friendly blog posts like crazy. So if you want to increase your SEO, yeah. Oh, you know the guy who made it. I don't know the guy who made it, but it's like been recommended at quite a few conferences, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a go. So we'll see. SEO is a long game. Takes a while to see if you get any results from it. I've only been using it for a little bit here, but definitely one worth looking into. And then this one, which once ChatGPT comes out with their newer models and versions, won't be as necessary anymore, but it's a website called Prompt Base, and it's like a marketplace for prompts. So you don't have to figure out what do I have to write in that little thing to get the result that I want from the AI. Prompt Base has prompts on there, and you buy them for like $1 or $2, something like that, which is pretty good. Depending on what you're looking for, you can get images, you can get all sorts of stuff from the Prompt Base. So it saves you a lot of time on trying to figure out prompt. So NeuroWriter is similar, has lifetime membership, no fee. NeuroWriter, I don't know what that one is. Oh, for the SEO content. Oh, see, this is why I love these calls. People are so good. They just like share all sorts of stuff. Yeah, the NeuronWriter. Yeah, very cool. That is cool. All right, I'm going to put that link in our page. Let me grab this. Like ZimWriter. I know ZimWriter isn't that expensive. All right. Cast Magic. Oh wait, Prompt Base was great while it lasted. It didn't have it long. When I purchased it, it was AI Writer for Windows, and Facebook forced him to change the name. That's the problem with ZimWriter. Is it if you have a Mac, you're kind of got to partition or do some crazy stuff to get it to work, because it is Windows only. It's a software that you download and it's Windows only. And I don't know what NeuronWriter is. What's Cast Magic, Jenny? Is that same sort of thing? Going to write you a whole bunch of blog articles? If you can reply. I don't know that one. And then in addition to this, I've been looking for ways to create an AI bot that will go with courses, book support. Okay. So there's a few of these software solutions out there, and I want to figure out, I'm going to take a minute and stop sharing my screen. I'm going to figure out which one I used just recently. Where is that? Oh yeah. It's called FastBot. And it's called fastbot.ai. Let me go over here. So basically you can build a chat bot like this and you train it. You can train it on PDFs, spreadsheets, documents, text files, videos, and people can ask it questions. You can embed it in a website. And so here he is training it. He's just saying, take my whole sitemap and learn from that. So it's taking its whole sitemap. And so it says, how much is the course and what will taking this course do for me? And you can customize it and things like that. So if you're looking for a little chatbot until you can create your own GPT, here's one that has the skin on it. I think who was saying, Michael was saying that he just canceled a subscription or got a refund on his or one of these. So but this is the precursor to what we're getting from ChatGPT, I feel.
Yeah, so ChatGPT can do all that now.
Not everybody has access to it yet, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're releasing it in waves, but it's going to be like soon, this week, next week. So I just wanted something out there before that. So, let's see what other messages we got. Opus Pro. This software will search the highlights of a long video and put small pieces together to have one short, coherent video. Ooh, I'm copying that. I'm going to try that after this one. And I'm going to test it with this. There we go. Opus Pro. Putting that in my notes. So you guys here, let me give you the link to this. There you go. There's the links to the notes. What is the Zim Writer URL? Very good. Let me put, because it isn't Zim Writer. It's rankingtactics.com. Let me put that. I'll put it in the document because it isn't zimwriter.com. And I'll put it here. So some of these bots have lifetime, maybe cheaper in the long run. Yeah. And it depends on if you're going to use GPT. Can we make the bots with GPT now? Maybe. I think some people already have access to the GPT bots, but not everybody. And I think they're rolling it out over the course of this week, but it's already, wait, it's Tuesday. I was thinking it's Thursday. So I think maybe by next week, most people will have it. I don't know. A lot of people on Twitter complaining that they couldn't get to it yet. Oh, what's this? No code AI integration, Galadon.io. Okay, let's take a look at that. Build your own AI in under 10 minutes. There we go. No code integration. Import, support any use cases, content creation, and then build your own AI, customize the brand. It looks like pretty much the same thing that I did with this fast GPT. I wonder if there's like a, sometime on the marketplaces, they sell the whole SaaS solution. So people sell the SaaS and they're just using somebody else's code, kind of white labeled. But let me put that into AI bot. So is there any questions or comments or things you were hoping to learn on this session that I did not cover? Are you brand new, like you haven't even touched AI? You want to figure out where to get started? Anything like that? I have a lot of experience. You're just Zoom user. You don't have a name. Did I get Cast Magic on there, by the way? Yes, I did. Let me put the full URL though. I want to make sure we have a list of everything that everybody's sharing. So Zoom user is saying, I have a lot of experience with AI and API credits. They can be it. Yes, they can. Okay, I came in late. Where are you making audiobooks? 11 Labs? Very good question. All right. So here's what happened with my client this week, last week, actually. We used 11 Labs to create his book, and I'm going to just open up 11 Labs so we can see how we did that. Okay, so this is the book. It's called Upgrade. And if you were going to do this, this is how you do it. You create a project. You can import your whole PDF. You can import your whole Word doc, and it will automatically try to detect the chapters. I don't recommend you do that because it won't chop up your chapters correctly. So you go ahead and you click this plus button to create an empty chapter. Okay. And I'm just going to call this demo. Okay. So you create a chapter and then you click on that demo. And you'll notice that this is all blank. You go to your PDF or your document or whatever, and you copy the chapter that you want to have your voice clone create, and you paste it in. So let's go to this one. I pasted in the whole chapter. Now, once you get it pasted in, you have to kind of understand how the AI works in order to read it. If you want it read in your own voice, you have to have a very good clone of your voice, which you can do, and you can use that. Or what you can do is you can, and I did it here about the author, I selected Matilda to read that chapter, to read that part, and not somebody else. So, and then you can go into the voice settings and you can make it a little bit more exaggerated. Oh, I make it do things. But really what we found is with the voice clone we created, it just was a little flat.
After all, Abraham Lincoln failed at countless pursuits until he was elected at age 52. He bought a store and it went.
He just didn't like how it was reading. Okay, it was kind of down to his sample that we created the clone on was a little blah, but you don't get a lot of ability to emphasize the voice automatically here. So what you need to do is go into here. And if you want him to emphasize bankrupt, for example, you have to put that in caps. You have to like change the text and then it'll add more inflection. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts on Magic Bookifier? Oh, I don't know that one. Let's open that up. But before I do that, once we got all the chapters in there, what we did was we went up here to convert, and you can convert each of these. You can convert them individually, or you can just hit convert and it'll create all the audios for you. And that's how you get your audios. You can even put in Japanese here and it'll read in Japanese. So you can take your book, put it through Google Translate. It'll translate it into Spanish or whatever, French. And then you take and copy and paste it here. And you can clone your voice and use your voice to read it in French or Spanish, or you can use somebody else's voice. And you can break it up. Like I could have my client read this paragraph and another voice read that paragraph. You can select which ones. So the gist of it is it's quicker and faster than using their regular interface and doing little chunks. So I'm going to go back here. I want to look at this book, Magic Bookifier. Turn your ideas into a book. Write your book today. Oh, interesting. Lead magnets, audio to text. How does it work? What's it doing? Bookifier recognizes rambling thoughts, elaborates. Oh, and it'll write it into a book. So you can ramble and it'll turn your ramblings into a book. Try it free. Very, very cool. I like this. 65 monthly credits. Okay, around 120,000 words. So for about $80, you can write a book. Very cool. All right. Oh yeah, Revoicer is another one that is a competitor to 11 Labs. I have not tried it. I don't know if it's as good. Books, audiobooks, courses. Yes, I do have a framework. Here, do you know my book? I'm going to put in the URL, profit.com. So that walks you through how you should write your book. Because when you write a book, like with this Magic Bookifier, it's kind of cool that you can just do some rambling thoughts and it'll turn into a book. But I like a specific format for the book. So I outline what that format should be. And then I go through, well, how can you publish the audiobook and then get your other book to #1 on Amazon? And then how do you actually make money from the book? So that's what that is about. And it is designed for coaches or experts, a nonfiction book. Sandy, how good is the translation? Google Translate, I think, is really good. I like it. Now, when it translated to Spanish, I really didn't know if it was good or not. But I speak a little bit of German and it looked good. So question, I wrote a collection of 10 children bedtime stories into one book. I found a good AI to convert it into audiobook. What's the best way to sell it and not go through Audible or Apple to deliver for, do you know who you're talking to, Rob? Rob, I'm going to put down a URL for one of the best software products on the planet. You just got to go get your subscription. Don't even mess around. It's called Hero FM. Oh, that's it. The comments here are just so funny. Jenny goes, Rob, really? Oh my gosh. Okay, Deep L is better than Google Translator. Oh, okay. Let me put that in the notes. See, look at these smarty pants sharing all this good stuff. So put that there. I have never tried Deep L. All right. And then sent it to Pierre and he started laughing at me. Okay, so but yeah, okay, so maybe my Spanish book is not very good. Who knows? I use ChatGPT, but it seems to get fuzzy on the internal prompt after a while. Yeah, depends on, Sandy, are you using 3 or 4? I think the 3.5 turbo. So ChatGPT has version 3 and a version 4, and I was hoping they were going to announce the 5 yesterday. I was really hoping they'd announce that, but I heard that it wasn't getting good results and they absolutely tanked it and started over. But I really don't think 3 or 3.5 even is that great. You have to get access to 4, but let me know. Oh, she is using 4. Okay. Interesting. Kind of talks you into a kerfuddle, a little mumbo jumbo. What can I do to take the AI on track? So one thing that I really like, Sandy, is first off, with AI, and I'm going to put some notes in here so we can all get these answers. But first thing with AI is trained by everyone. And are there any sort of not so smart people in the world that are like, AI is learning from these people and it's getting not so smart intelligence from these people, right? So it's trained by everyone. So the first rule is to tell AI what or who it is. For example, you are an expert copywriter, better than Gary Halbert, and you write in this type of method, blah, blah, blah. So you have to train it first. You have to give it that information. And that usually refines it. Let me give you an example. I was installing some software over the weekend and I kept getting the SQL error. There was something wrong with the SQL scripts. And so I went to their support. They're not answering for days. So I took the script in the air and I put it into ChatGPT and it was giving me the wrong fix for the script. And then I started a whole new chat and I said, you are an expert MySQL programmer. You understand PHP, databases, blah, blah, blah. And I told it all that. You will find the error in my script. So first I'm going to give you the error, and then I'm going to give you the existing script, and then you're going to tell me what it should be. And finally, it got it right. But when I didn't tell it that it was a MySQL expert, it didn't give me the right result. So you gotta tell it who it is. Oh, I'm going to screenshot that. Hero is just awesome. Carla and her team have done such a great job for us. Hey, you know what? I'm going to share that with my team. I'm going to screenshot that because they need to hear that. They've been working so darn hard. Jenny says C. Google Translate is not as good at French. People. Did we put people in? Yeah, we did. Thank you, Pierre. Merci, Pierre. AI is now training on AI too. Yeah, that's true. I make money from it. What is Hero FM? You know, I do a terrible thing because like you guys don't even know who the heck I am. And I just jump right into training and I should be like, this is who I am. This is all the things I've done. And this is how you can make money. And first off, you got to buy my stuff. But I tend to always skip over that because I get so excited. Yeah, it's private podcasting. So Hero is my software. I don't know how you would come into my world if you didn't like at least had a brush of shoulders with the software, but it is his new ATM machine. So it's like audiobooks, audio courses. The whole idea is, here's what I think. Everybody has intelligence, like some superpower gift. And there's other people on the planet that are dying to know what you know. Like they are praying for your knowledge. But watching videos, being tethered to the computer all day, like going through a whole bunch of courses, people are done with it. So I created Hero so you don't have to make all these videos. You don't have to make membership sites. You don't have to even make like a web page. You just create a recording. And now with AI, you don't even have to create your own recording. You can have 11 labs create it. You can have AI create everything. You upload it to Hero and you set up how much you want to sell it for, and you start selling. You use it to build a list, you use it to change lives. And then I added in automated text messaging or SMS because, well, I don't think Colleen's on this call. She is the SMS queen, but SMSs, text messages, get open within the first 10 seconds of people receiving them. So if you really want to communicate with your audience, you send them a text message. Like if you're doing a product launch or a book launch or something, text message them, let them know. That's the best way to communicate. The other reason I did it is things that are in motion stay in motion. Meaning, if they're listening to your audiobook and you're asking them to do little tasks and things like that, and you're texting them like, hey, text me your answer, something like that. Or I just sent you a little gift. You're sending these automated messages as they're listening to your book. When you send the message to reach out to me to get on a free phone call, strategy call, or join my program, or jump into my Facebook group, they're more likely going to do that because they're already taking action. You've already had them taking action before, so they're going to do that. So yeah. And you can set it up in minutes. That's the thing. I think awesome text messages is the way Hero did this. When you get Twilly alternative, that's cheaper. Yeah. Who is a Zoom user? You got to come forward. That is true. Oprah has blessed me many years ago when I was way younger, but I'm the first woman. Okay. For those of you who've never met me, I am first woman to launch an iPhone app. Before that, I was with Microsoft, with NASA, Pentagon, lived in Europe, launching software companies and products all across Europe. Actually, Europe, Middle East, South America, all sorts of places. Now I live in South Dakota. That is in the middle of America. Like, you could not get more landlocked than where I'm at right now. It's crazy. But I love it here because people are super friendly. They're super nice. My kids can bike all over the neighborhood to the shops. I don't have to worry about it. And my mom lives right down the street. So it's kind of nice to be close to her. And, oh, Fulton. Yeah, we're probably related, Stephen. Everybody here is related 1 or 2 degrees away. So when I moved here, though, from London, I was working with NASA, and NASA sounds fascinating, but it was actually kind of slow because it's a government job. It's a lot of waiting for decisions to be made. And Steve Jobs held up the iPhone and he said, we're going to let you make software on this. And I was like, okay, show me how. Kind of like yesterday when they're like, we'll let you make GPTs. I'm like, show me how. So I reached out to a guy who I knew how to make apps, and he started to help me with making my own app, which was a gratitude journal. But get this, he tells me apps are a fly by the night sort of thing, and nobody's going to be using them by next year. And this was 2018. Kids. No, 2008. It was 2008. And thank goodness I didn't listen to him because, yeah. Oh, yeah. We do have a separate. I noticed that. Tanya. Yeah. We do have the same last name. And a lot of times I go by that. I think it sounds prettier, Blanco or Bianco, or Blanche. So yeah, so that's my background. And I created Hero because with the gratitude app, I was inviting people into a challenge called the Mindset Reset, and nobody was getting through the challenge. And so I gave them the audio version, and people got through the challenge, and there was like life changes going on, but there wasn't a software that distributed the audio. It's like I wanted it to. So nerdy me, I'm looking around trying to figure it out. And I just built it during COVID, during the pandemic, built it. And here we are. The rest is history. Now I am sitting here teaching AI tips and tricks. So yeah. scratched my own itch. And that's the story behind all this. And I never share that. I'm really bad at sharing that. So can you define what a podcast is? Is it a one-time thing or yes, that's really good, Troy. So a regular podcast, like what we see on Spotify or on Apple, they usually have ongoing episodes, some forever, some for a season, kind of like a Netflix show, but and the episodes release at a specific date and time. Okay. That's a regular podcast. They set the date and time when the audience will be able to listen to the show. And those are really good. They're always free. They're usually to build your credibility, to build your audience. It's really hard to make money off of them. Hero, on the other hand, somebody has to give you something to get access to your show. So they have to give you either an email address or they have to give you money. I like the second one. Then in exchange for giving you either an email address or a phone number or money, they get their own link where they can access your audio show. Now, your audio show can be like an audio book where they get all the different chapters all at once forever. Or it could be like an ongoing training where, hey, every Monday, I'm going to give you, you're going to get like every 7 days, you're going to get a new episode. Or you're not getting the next episode till you listen to the last one. You can set it up that way. And so there's all sorts of ways in which you can manipulate how people get access to your show. And then on top of that, you can set automations to happen as they're listening to your show. So let's say they get into episode 2, they're 20 seconds in, and you want to just surprise them with a phone call. You can set that up. You can have their phone ring. That's a little spooky, but you could say, hey, I'm going to call you right now. And then ring. And their phone rings. Or you can text them or do other things. Like, I'm going to give you a copy of the PDF or something like that. So that's how Hero is different than just a regular podcast. Did that answer your question, sir? Will there be a replay? Gregory Sparks. Yes, I always put this out on YouTube. So let me stop sharing here and let me grab my YouTube channel. I should just put that. And that way you guys can view my channel. There we go. I'll put it in the chat. I just put it on my own channel. Not the, you missed how to make money in 30 minutes. Yes, you did, Mr. Sparks. You don't want to, I'm going to edit this though, using that little TimeBolt editing tool. Where is this? All right, put this in the notes and let me grab the link again. So, oh, sir, no. Ontario is asking if I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. But I was just on a call with my developer and we have some cool plans. He's giving me worst and best case scenarios and how long it'll take to set up. And it should be really good for you guys. It should be a very good lucrative deal. So those are the notes. Be sure to grab a copy of them. And if there's anything you want me to cover, normally tech related, but it can be marketing related. It can be audio. It can be anything but politics. Then, oh, thank you. Let me know because we meet every Tuesday at 2. And this is just a give from me to you. It's really cool. I feel like I get so much out of it. So no deep fakes. Not today. Do you think one day you guys will jump on a call and it'll be a deep fake, Carla? That would be cool. I don't think they'll make them that spontaneous for quite a while. That's a lot of memory. So I am going to thank you for your time. Same place, same time, same everything next Tuesday. And I appreciate all of you. If you ever need anything, just reach out to me. hello@hero.fm and have a good week. Bye, guys.